Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, starring Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell. I'm going to assume that's his son. And this is going to be the TV series that's sort of about Godzilla and the monsterverse, but yeah, I mean, it's about Godzilla and monsters. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 to... It's Durs. It's Durs from Workaholics. Books 1 through 12 available at Amazon.com. I'll be at the Scary Book Fest. Scary Stories Book Fest in Asbury Park from 2 to 8 today, as you're seeing this, on Saturday. So hope to see you there. It's in the basement of a bar on Cookman Ave, 639 Cookman Ave. So this is attempts to turn the Godzilla thing into a conspiracy theory involving some company that maybe created the monsters. And it involves a girl whose father, I guess a couple of people, and there's John Goodman. He's in it too, I guess. So various scientists, and there's various monsters around the world, and Kurt Russell's seen them all. And the idea is like the world wasn't our world before it belonged to the monsters, which is kind of very much in the spirit of the original Godzilla, because the original Godzilla was supposed to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex that became mutated. So there he is with the trademark scream. Looks good. I mean, I'm not a huge monster guy, but I do like Kurt Russell in stuff. Not in a ton of stuff these days, so it's good to see him. It might be good. I mean, he's a good actor. But I wouldn't expect to see him a lot, or John Goodman, or any of the other faces. Maybe Durs. This might be more Durs' show. Not sure who Wyatt Russell is. Is that Durs' real name? I don't think so. His name is like Anders Holm or something like that. So it looks fine. It looks fine. You know, it's got effects. It's gonna have the giant monsters. There's just not much to a story, because it's like you're interested in the monsters. You know, they're trying to get you interested in Monarch, which is some secret organization that, I don't know, made the monsters come or rediscovered them or disturbed them or whatever. This is the father that two of the characters are searching for or following his work. You know, it's supposed to be a conspiracy theory, but at the end of the day, it's a bunch of smoke until the monsters show up. And you're like, oh, cool, the monster. It's like, I don't really care about the origins of the monsters, because monsters aren't real, right? It's just like, okay, that's another monster. Radiation or whatever. And whatever. I'm going to see the monsters fight, and we're going to get a lot of, you know, these scenes are always like, okay, exposition time. Blah, 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 blah. When's a monster showing up? That's the way it is for me. Okay, want to get over there? There you go. So, it's not... Don't get your stupid tail out of my drink. It's not so much the monsters. You can only show so much of the monsters. And then the monsters don't really integrate well with the story, in my view. Because why do you want to see the monsters? Well, you want to see them knock over stuff and be scary and whatever. There's only so many ways you can deliver that. So, let's read the write-up. I mean, there's no 3-act structure here. Check out the trailer for Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, the upcoming series based on Legendary Monsters Universe, starring Kurt Russell, Wyatt Russell, Anna Sawai, Kirsten Clemens, Ren Watanabe, Mary Yamamoto, Anders Holm, that's his name, Joe Trippett, and Ella Lasowski. Well, good on Durs for getting a big role. Following the thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that leveled San Francisco, the shocking revelation that monsters are real, Monarch Legacy of Monsters tracks two siblings as they follow in their father's footsteps to uncover the family's connection to the secret organization known as Monarch. The Monarch from Venture Brothers? That would be fun. Clues lead them to the world of monsters and ultimately down the rabbit hole to Army Officer Lee Shaw, played by Kurt Russell, and Wyatt Russell. Oh, so it's his son playing a younger version of him. Oh, neat. I'm guessing. Taking place in the 1950s and a half century later when the monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. The dramatic saga spanning 3 generations reveals buried secrets and the ways that epic, earth-shattering events can reverberate through our lives. Yeah, I just want to see the monsters, but sure. I mean, you're trying. You're trying to sell me on like, oh, it's gonna be a big conspiracy. Oh, they have secrets. Yeah, where's the monster? The monsters aren't part of the secret. They're just stupid monsters that run around smashing and eating everything. So, what's the revelation going to be? Oh, Monarch created the monsters. Oh, okay. All right, show us the monsters. Oh, Monarch, they opened a dimensional portal to another world, and there's lots of these monsters. Okay, show us the monsters. Like, there's nothing you could say where the explanations is going to be like, oh. Because monsters don't exist. You're not going to be able to reveal, like, oh, your father was really Godzilla. Like, that's not going to make any sense. I don't know what this is. Maybe time travel or interdimensional travel. I don't know. Maybe they'll do that thing. I mean, that's what Pacific Rim did, right? Or that they come from the stars. I mean, whatever it is, you get the revelation. It's not all that shocking because again, monsters don't exist. So it's just kind of people running and talk, and eventually, oh, the monsters are here. Oh, good. Oh, good. Godzilla's here. Hooray. And that that sort of throws it off too because it's like, well, who are you rooting for? Well, I'm rooting for the people technically, but they're not as interesting as the monsters. I want to see the monsters step on people. So, and look, Godzilla is what it is. It is what it is, right? I mean, they tried over the years to make him more sympathetic, so there'd be reasons to bring him back and keep him alive, right? So in the original series of movies, they had a little kid who could kind of talk to Godzilla and listen to him, and he would save the city from other monsters. And then you were like, oh, he's a good guy, even though, initially he was stomping on everybody. So I don't think you're going to get to see anybody eaten. And they've become very big. Like, the monsters are insanely huge. I don't see how they could possibly eat enough food. How could something that big eat enough food? It has to be constantly eating. They have to be eating like whales, like 3 or 4 at a time. Okay, I'm good for an hour. Now I'll stomp on some cities. Like, it just doesn't work. It's not enough food. You can't eat cement, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, these are the things I think about as a screenwriter. Is it going to be good? Well, Kurt Russell's in it. Durs is in it. Wyatt Russell. I mean, it's kind of like rearranging the things you do in a comic book, right? The characters have to survive, and they have to basically stay the same. So you sort of give the illusion of progress, and then basically the same damn thing happens. The superhero beats up a bad guy. I mean, basically the same damn thing's going to happen. Somehow the monsters show up at a city and start wrecking everything. Or they fight a military. Or, I mean, that's about it. I mean, what else are they going to do? Are they going to fight a mountain? Like, that's going to be boring. So, back in the day, it was more exciting because special effects were kind of new, and they were very primitive, but it was funny to see them try to do stuff. Like when Godzilla, I think he fights like a alien type monster. I want to say it looks like a flying saucer. Like something like that would be fun. Like Godzilla versus the Martians. There was another. I mean, I'd like to see Godzilla versus Dracula. Like Dracula drinks a potion, makes him really huge, and then he has to fight Godzilla. Something like that. Something like that. Be fun. You know, these movies are check your brain at the door. So you're going to go down the rabbit hole. It's like, okay. Right? I mean, it's not that I dislike these movies. They're kind of all the same. Yeah, except that one with Matthew Broderick, which was like, ugh. So, give us more monsters. I mean, just give us the monsters. Or make one of the monsters talk. Maybe that would work. I don't know. Godzilla angry. You can talk like the Hulk. So will I see this? Probably not. Come on. What is it even on? I don't even know. Doesn't say. Probably be on like Prime or something. I mean, it doesn't look uninteresting. Well, I actually shouldn't say that. It does kind of look uninteresting. It looks like the same stuff I've seen. It's just slightly better. You know, the effects are better. I mean, like, look at the, you know, you could see all the scales on Godzilla, and you could see the dirt coming off of him because he just woke up from a, you know, being inside a mountain. That was the original take. So I guess they're going back in time to when they woke up Godzilla by mistake or whatever. So, yeah. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Hope to see you in Asbury Park at 639 Cookman Ave in the basement there for the Scary Story Book Fest, 2 to 8. Otherwise, we'll see you for the live stream in the next one.